Guys, your sex life is important, but your schedule is busy. You don't have time to go to a doctor's office to get treated for ED. Through Hims, you can get a personalized ED treatment without stepping foot outside your door, all right? Hims provides access to a range of doctor-trusted ED treatments, such as chewable hard mints, proven treatments like Viagra and Cialis, or their generics for up to 95% cheaper. Start your free online visit today at hims.com/dudes. That's HIMS.com/dudes for your personalized ED treatment options. Hims.com/dudes. The products mentioned are chewable compounded products which are not approved by or verified for safety or effectiveness by the FDA. Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan. Yo, did you know that Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members? Now check this out. Prize Picks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money in as quick as 15 minutes. Prize Picks is the best way to get action on sports in most states, including California, Texas, and Georgia. And guess what? It's super fun, super simple. You know, I was never a big fantasy sports guy, but I figured it out, and now I'm having a great time. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code DUDESFOODS and get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code DUDESFOODS on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Dudes behind the foods. Yo, it's the dudes behind the foods. Dudes behind the foods. Yeah, it's the dudes behind the foods. That's actually really fucking good.
I am a Pisces, but I identify as a Scorpio.
Hey, look, ever since Will Smith slapped the shit out of Chris Rock, it's been some tough times, dude. He was gone from Instagram for a hot second.
Yeah.
He came back. He did this weird apology, which I thought it was very just like, I don't know. It looked like a Taliban hostage video. I don't know what was going on with that. Then Jada Pinkett Smith decided to do another little fucking book tour promo by bringing up more stories, which was like the source of the original problem. And then this shit happens. I'm like, dude, you're like one of my heroes. Stop this, please.
I have been holding on to the legend, the I am legend of Will Smith for so long, bro. And when I tell you, I am a Libra, but I identify as a Cancer, or whatever he says, was the last straw. I was like, look, Will, I still love you, bro. I still love you. I wouldn't be who I am today without Will Smith and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, okay? I owe my career to Will Smith. Okay.
Still one of the funniest sitcoms of all time.
One of the funniest sitcoms of all time. One of my biggest inspirations growing up. You know, y'all know Timothy De La Ghetto literally comes from the Fresh Prince. Pero someone had to be in that studio and tell him, hey, man.
This shit's hot.
It's just that line. Look, the rest of it, look, some people like it, some people don't. You know what I'm saying? But that fucking line is so bad.
Will Smith, when he performed that song, looked like a homeless person went on stage and just took over. Like, you have to understand why it's so hard for the general public to swallow this pill, because Will Smith was the epitome of cool.
Yeah.
To see him go into the wackeriness of this, it's such a far departure from our vision of who Will Smith is. Like, even his image on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He's the cool guy. Goofy cool guy, too, which is why I liked him so much. He's so goofy. Mm-hmm. And this here, listen, you guys know I've been growing tomatoes, right? I wanted to pick it fresh off the vine and throw it at his face. I wanted to throw a tomato at him.
You just made me realize something. I shouldn't be looking at Will Smith as super cool cousin Will Smith anymore. He is that silly uncle.
He's the 55-year-old uncle.
He's an uncle. He's an uncle that put out a rap song. I shouldn't expect my uncle to have bars. Oh. And I still love my uncle.
Hey, E40 still got bars. Snoop still got bars, and Snoop looks like Snoop looks like a skeleton that was scorched. His hair's all frizzy.
He
but
looks so cool though. Still.
Yeah, he's still got bars, and he's still cool.
Wait, let's try this. I am a Libra, but I identify as a Cancer. That's way better.
You know, it kind of.
That is actually way better, dog.
You know what? That actually didn't sound that bad. Oh, maybe we're fucked up.
Maybe. Does E40 actually have bars? Or he just sounds cool?
E40 makes up hella shit. It's not even a part of the dictionary.
Yeah,
he just
yeah.
said supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Yeah.
So maybe that's. You know what? Say it again. Let me hold on a second.
Here we go. I am a Libra, but I identify as a Cancer.
You know, it's kind of a fireball.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
Wait a second.
Hey, I think you fucking solved the puzzle.
I cracked the code.
If we ask Will Smith, it's like, hey, in your head, who are you rapping as? He goes, E40. Oh, that's why, dude.
I get it now.
That's actually kind of fire.
Damn.
But seriously, that performance was something else.
But what did he perform? I don't even. It was like the BET Awards, right?
Yes.
I didn't see
It's
it.
like flames. There was
Oh,
fire. It's
okay.
like
I did see a
disasters.
clip of it. Yeah.
It's like that emotional thing of like, we gotta all be human. It's like, dog, I don't think this is it, man.
Yeah, not my favorite. Not my favorite. But
Remember that time when celebrities were singing when people were going through tragedy and they did that compilation? And everybody was like,
imagine all the people.
everyone was like, what the fuck is this?
It was like during COVID.
Yeah. It's like,
like-
dude, people are
Like
fucking
celebrities are the last people we trying to hear from, bro. Singing a fucking Beatles song. Fuck out of here.
And they're singing in their like mansion.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this kind of detached shit
Terrible.
is
And
this?
you know what's so funny is, dog, like, I mean, and I feel for them because in my head I'm like, if fucking Gal Gadot hits my line and she's like, hey, can you sing a little part of a song
sexy.
for me? I'm like, of course, girl, Gal, what you want? Yeah.
Good segue. Did you see the
Talk to a girl.
we'll talk about it. The trailer for Snow White and the Three Little Dwarfs.
Yes, I did.
Gal Gadot is the evil witch.
Gadot is what I learned.
Is it Gadot?
It's Gadot.
Oh, we were trying to fancy it up a little bit too
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
It's Gal Gadot. She's the
The evil witch, yeah.
yeah, and that trailer is getting so much criticism.
Well, are you familiar with the hate that Snow White has been getting?
Yes, because
Yeah.
she's fucking stupid.
Because she's just saying stupid shit. Yeah,
She's
yeah.
just like shitting on the whole. It's like isn't this like one of your first major jobs?
But I think the trailer looks great.
It got so. I read one of the comments. They're like, I think the mirror is blind.
Aww. Oh, wait, Rachel Ziegler's hot though.
But Gal Gadot,
Oh.
Gadot is fucking fire.
Oh well, yeah.
Like mirror on the wall.
Oh, I
Who's
get
the
it.
fairest of them all?
Yeah.
Somebody wrote the mirror's blind.
Should've been like, you girl. What
Yeah,
the
it's
fuck?
like you fucking fine as fuck. But I saw the interview for the first time because I heard about it a while back, and I was like, oh, this is not good.
I know. It's definitely very cringe.
And they
As the kids would
and
say.
they CGI animated all the dwarves.
You know why?
Why?
So I don't know how accurate this all is.
Yeah.
This is just from my knowledge, what I've heard about the whole situation. All right. Initially, Disney was gonna do Seven Dwarfs, and then Peter Dinklage of Game of Thrones and other shows was like, probably not a good look to bring some. Of course, use little people to play the Seven Dwarfs. It's 2024, bro. I'm paraphrasing, of course, but like, y'all really trying to do that? So Disney was like, guess what? We're pivoting from dwarfs. We're not gonna do what you think and use little people as dwarfs. And then a picture leaked from set of just like a bunch of different looking regular people, and then people were like, "What the fuck is this? How you gonna do Cinderella with no dwarfs?" People were like, "This is weird." So then they CGI'd dwarfs. So it's not little people. So then you have the little people community like, okay, this is fucked up, Peter Dinklage. You just put 7 dwarf actors, like little people actors,
They could've
out
got
of
a
work.
fat check.
They could have got good money and repped for our people out of work. Now we got this CGI bullshit because you wanted to complain about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole thing.
Peter Dinklage, what the fuck were you thinking about? Like, what the fuck are you thinking? Like, you want to? It's like, to me, that's like a weird take for Peter Dinklage to say, because it's like, okay, dude, this is 2024. Why the fuck is Mulan Chinese? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it could be anybody. It just don't have to be Chinese. That's weird, right? And it's like it's called Snow White and the Seven Dwarves.
Yeah.
And this is a time for them to fucking shine.
I mean, you would think that Disney would have done right by the dwarfs, you know?
But this is where that whole woke shit kind of bites people in the ass because like you don't. Sometimes when people go too woke, and you're just following the crowd, you don't know that these thoughts and feelings are fleeting. It's just in the moment.
Sometimes it is a loud minority, yeah.
Yeah, it's like you got to look at the whole picture.
Yeah.
Like this wasn't the move.
What I hate most about internet outrage is I hate when people shit on something when they've seen like 10 seconds of it. Like, you don't know what this shit's about. You don't know what they're doing with it. You don't know what the plot is. And motherfuckers are just ready to hate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like a big... I mean, and look, granted, I understand the hatred towards Snow White's interview because it was like, come on, relax. You know what I'm saying?
Relax, girl.
I think that has spilled over into the trailer, though. I think people are just ready to hate this shit, you know? I'm going to watch it. And
I'll watch it for Gal Gadot.
sexy ass Gal Gadot. Yeah.
She looks so good.
You know what I was also kind of disappointed in? I mean, I'm sure it'll be great. But I really liked how Toy Story 4 wrapped up Woody's story.
Yeah.
So when they announced Toy Story 5, I was excited to see what direction they were going to go with it. And when they put up a little teaser picture, a little like concept art, and Woody's in it again. And I was like,
What?
"Aw, man."
But they wrapped it up.
I thought they did too. I was like, Woody's having a great life with Bo Peep. He was able to say goodbye to everybody. You know what I'm saying? I was happy about that. Even though I had my doubts going into Toy Story 4, like, do y'all really need to do Toy Story 4? And then I watched it and I was like, fuck, I cried, right?
Yeah.
And then, like, I was happy about it. And then Toy Story 5, little teaser picture, and I was like, oh, he's back.
Wait, what's Woody doing in Toy Story 5 then?
Well, it's a great concept. Aside from my Woody complaint, it's all the toys, sad as fuck, looking at Bonnie playing with an iPad. She don't want to play with the toys anymore because she has an iPad, which is fire as a concept.
Yeah.
I'm hoping Woody's like pops up like, hey guys, I left my happy life to come help. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy? So me and Mariel had a conversation about when we have a kid, there's no iPad.
Really?
It's gonna be hard on us.
You decided no iPad?
No iPad. Up until they're 4 or 5.
Dang, son.
A lot of not just like studies, like conclusive studies that we read online, because I think those things are, yeah, I get it, but in-person parenting and books and stuff are two different things. There's too much nuances. I don't fucking do that shit. I'm not sure if you guys feel this way too. Every parent that I know that are the book parents.
Would you like some Japanese whiskey?
Oh, of course. What do you mean? They hurt my people.
I also have some. They hurt my people. I also have some leftover from that other Chinese food we bought. Check it out. Pop that open. See what we got here.
Oh,
classic go-to.
Dude. This right here.
Yes, dog.
This is Mariel's favorite Chinese food.
Is it?
Honey walnut shrimp.
Honey walnut shrimp, a classic for the lovers of authentic Chinese food and the people who just don't know what to order. The
So
honey walnut shrimp.
Delicious, dude. It's deep fried, sweet mayo,
It's great.
big back food.
The big backiness. Big backtivity.
What the fuck was I saying before?
iPad studies.
Oh yeah. You know, like I'm not sure if you guys ever noticed this, but if you have friends who have kids, you ever notice that the friends who are the reading book studies friends about children and growth are usually the most annoying, fucking trashiest parents ever? Like they're the ones where their kids hate them and their kids don't listen at all. They're like the most misbehaved kids. I've seen it so often now. I'm like, why is that? Like, why is it that the parent who reads the most about how to be a good parent is the worst parent? Like, why? Like, I don't understand the connection.
Because they're thinking too much. I think it's good to have a balance. You know what I'm saying? Take these studies, which I do. I read shit. I'll see a fucking random TikTok that says, you know what you've been doing for so long, you should actually be doing this. I'll look into it. You know what I'm saying? And I take that in consideration for my own children. And but also everybody's different, you know? So I try not. I think people that do it too much, you know, you kind of let that shit dictate how you do everything.
They keep switching things, right?
And plus, like, so many studies say so many different things. I mean, granted, yeah, like, my parents didn't read any of that shit. I'm alive and well, but also they did a lot of shit that was silly as well. You know what I'm saying? Like I be trying to tell them about new things that technology and the world has figured out, and they be like, nah.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But yeah, man. I think it's good to keep a balance.
Yeah, because I saw like it's weird too online where people have this opinion about like how kids should be raised, especially when people who don't have kids. It's like you don't have kids, and you're like, well, I could read these books. Books are different than actually doing it, and I've seen it so many times now. And like I said, in these groups too, like I've seen the parents who are like, oh, they can't wait to tell you about this thing they saw on TikTok or Instagram. And I saw this guy do this Instagram, and he's like a what do you call it? A child psychologist or whatever.
Okay.
And this person like, when your kid is speaking,
Or like a behavioral therapist.
yes, like for children, it's like, and there was a TikTok or Instagram thing. I don't know where the clip is. Maybe you guys know. It wasn't that popular, but this lady was like, when you speak to your kids, ask them this. No, it's like do's and don'ts. And their child therapist is like, this is all bullshit, right? He goes, I'm so sick of parents. It's like, guess what? However you do it, they're all going to end up at the same finish line, right? As long as you're communicating to your kids and you're getting them to learn their colors, their numbers, how a parent does it is not your place to judge how they do it. Maybe your kid will get there a little faster, but they're all going to get there at the same finish line.
My guys, sometimes intimate moments happen spontaneously. You never know. You might be at a Carl's Jr. ordering a famous star, and then someone bursts into the restaurant and says, I want to have my holes filled, and you need to be ready, all right? That's why you gotta have Hims on deck, all right? Hims has treatments that can help you stay hard and last longer, giving you that boost of confidence so you can be ready whenever the mood strikes, all right? Now check this out. Hims is changing men's healthcare by providing access to affordable sexual health treatments, all from the comfort of your couch. The process is simple and 100% online. No uncomfortable doctor's visits. I got you. No insurance is needed. Pay one low price for your treatments, online visits, ongoing shipments, and provider messaging, okay? Hims has hundreds of thousands of trusted subscribers, so if ED is getting you down, it's time you find the option that works for you. Start your free online visit today at hims.com/dudes. That's HIMS.com/dudes for your personalized ED treatment options. hims.com/dudes. The products mentioned are chewable compounded products which are not approved by or verified for safety or effectiveness by the FDA. Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Every parent needs to relax. And I resonated with that so much.
Yeah.
Only because I've been seeing it. Because all my friends have kids who are 5 or 6 years old. And I shit you fucking not. Just looking back, I go, oh, the group of friends who are the high anxiety reading all books, all their kids are fucking R-word. Really fun.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, how come your kids are the most misbehaved ones? They're the ones that don't really listen to you. But you did everything right by the book. And the other ones that just loved and cared for their kids and just try their best. They have the best relationship with their kids. They're socially aware. They're going on trips together with them. Like and I'm telling you like this over, a span of 30 some odd years that I've been alive. And then my friends have like 5 or 6 years old. And almost all my friends have kids.
Yeah.
And I've seen it so many times now. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go for the advice of this child therapist. It's like, do the best that you can, take the information in, and just adapt as you go.
Everybody's different, man.
Everybody different. I don't want to judge another parent's shit either.
Yeah, man. Look, good luck to you with no screens, bro, because screens are kind of a godsend for us, bro.
No, I'm telling you, it is. Like, I don't know how we're going to do it.
There are days, I'm not going to lie, there are days where I'm like, we try to limit, right?
Yeah, but you see, I think you over-exaggerate how much you let her watch screens. It's not actually as much as you think it is.
Yeah.
Compared to what I've seen other people do. She's playing outside. She loves being active.
Beta loves being active. Yeah.
So I think you're beating yourself up a little too much right now because I've already seen it in person. It's actually not that much.
Well, thanks.
Yeah.
I think, and that's the thing too. I also keep that in mind because, let's say Vado's been at like daycare for like fucking 4 hours. And then, or like we go to one of her baby gyms or we go to the park. I'm like, I'll let her watch fucking Miss Rachel for 2. I'll let her watch whatever for 2 hours, like however an hour while she eats her snack. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to keep a balance. If it's a day where we're just in the crib all day, I make sure she's not just watching TV all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go for a walk. Let's go play in the backyard. Let's do something. Let's keep a balance, you know?
Yeah, because I see her play. You know, I'm over your house like 3 or 4 hours. She's not really watching TV. She's like wanting to play and be active and interact with you and Chia or me. And she's not sitting there like,
And you know what she's good at, too? Which is, I'm so glad, too. If we fucking tell her ass, Veda, 5 more minutes and you got to pause your iPad, okay? She'll put up a little fight at first if she's really into the show, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes I'll be like, all right, mama, like literally just today when we had to put her down for a nap before I came here, I was like, all right, baby. Chia was like, 5 more minutes and then we're going to pause your iPad, okay? She's like, okay. She's watching her iPad, watching Frozen, whatever the fuck. Timer went off. I was like, all right, mama, hey, 3, 2, 1, show me you can pause it like a big girl, all right? Fucking pause it. I'm like, good. Didn't whine, didn't cry.
that's amazing.
Yeah, bro, blessings.
No, it's not. But it's also like, you know, what Chia's doing in the house when you're not there and what you do as a parent too. So I really don't think I think she does have a good balance. Like from my opinion anyways, it's like, oh, she likes going outside. She likes playing. And I think she would rather prefer you guys interact with her. It's just more like that's for you guys when you guys need a break. You know?
She pissed me off the other day. I was about to fucking toss her out the window, bro. I was at my mom and dad's house. We did I took her to mom and dad's house. She was playing with mom and dad. She's doing great. It was a great day. We were like, I was showing her my old room and showing her like old pictures of me. We had a great couple hours at my parents' house. And then it was time to just do a little potty before we left. She did not want to potty. She didn't want to potty in their bathroom. I was like, you want to potty in the car, in your little potty? She was like, okay. Took her to the car. She's like, no. Would not listen to me. Was looking out the window. I was like, all right, mama. Hey, let's go. Time to potty, right? I'm like, show me you're a good girl. Wouldn't even fucking look at me, right? I'm like,
oh, what's that about?
I don't know, man. Attitude. Fucking a girl. Aquarius.
You'd be an Aquarius.
Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius, but I identify as a Capricorn.
Capricorn.
I was like, Beta, I bought you a nice, we got you this nice Frozen backpack because you're a good girl. Are you going to be a good girl? Wouldn't even look at me. I was like, okay. Throwing it away. I fucking snatched her backpack. She's in the back of the 4Runner of our car, and with the potty, screaming, crying. I took the backpack. I'm like, I'm throwing this in the trash. Finally, she fucking peed, you know. But I was like, oh, I was so mad, bro.
Sometimes you gotta boss up.
And I'm not a yeller. Like Chia's good at like raising her voice. I just, it's not really in me. You know what I'm saying? To raise my voice. So I try to do the really like, I try to keep it calm, but like, and Veda will know when I'm mad, but and she actually will apologize too sometimes, like, Daddy, I'm sorry for not being nice or whatever she says, right? But I'm like, oh, bro, I was like, that's probably like the most irritated she's had me. I was literally gonna toss that shit in the
Like for
trash.
no reason.
out the blue, bro.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's the thing too. Is like even stuff when I hear that, it's like parents who will go like that parental judgment online is something I just really can't stand. It's like, you don't know what these parents are fucking going through, man. Like you just don't know. And then also too, for the parents who put their parenting stuff online and they go, why are you judging me? You put it up there, bitch. Take responsibility. So it is what it is. Like
You gotta be ready for it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You're the one who showed the parenting shit on there. You know, if you would have just showed a photo of your kid, it's different. But you're trying to tell people how to raise their kids. So of course people are gonna have opinion about how you raise your kids. So it's like, you know, people are like, oh, you can't ever be angry in front of your kids. Guess what? That's life.
That's life.
They're gonna see you and Chia bicker every now and then, but they'll see the resolution. It'll happen. You can't prevent that stuff. In my personal opinion, like I saw my parents fight and resolve things, and look at me, I'm doing great.
You gonna cuss in front of your kid?
No.
Yeah.
Because I don't want my kids to end up like me. Because I grew up around this stuff, so it's ingrained in me. And so for me, like my friends always get surprised when I'm around the kids, like, oh, you're not cursing. It's like, yeah, because there's kids here. Right? It's like, I'm not an idiot.
Bruh, the other day, fucking, like I also don't cuss in front of Ada, right? We ordered her some pho, right? And we ordered pho for the house. And I was like, all right, mama, I'm gonna scoop you some pho, okay? And then we're gonna go play blah blah. She was like, Daddy, what's fuck it? What's fuck it? What's that? What's fuck it? Because I said fuck, okay? I said it fast. I guess she was like, what's fuck it? I was like, Nothing, baby. Daddy was just. Daddy just said that is not nothing, baby. Don't even nothing.
I said, never mind. Here's your iPad. Yeah, I'm not gonna curse in front of my kid or anything else like that. And then if they see me do it outside, it's like, hey, look, that's grown up stuff. I do it outside of the house. When you're older, you could decide to curse or not. But in this home, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Like, because it's like, if I could redo it, like, look, this is how I grew up. I didn't go in a nice neighborhood. This was a part of the vernacular. It's a part of who I am, but I could turn it on and off. Sometimes I'll slip up. Like, I remember early on, too, I forgot, because you guys just had Veda at the time. And I think I said shit. And then she was like, language. I was like, oh, that's right. You know? And I don't mind when parents correct me in front of that stuff, too. It's not my kid.
Yeah.
Right. So how you guys want to raise your kids, anybody else, if I slip up and you're like, hey, like, could you not curse in front of my kid? I was like, got it.
We weren't at a party. Like that one story you got.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's your home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If we're at a bar, we're at a function. Yeah. Don't bring your kid at a bar.
I was just going to say, when I bring Veda to the bar, I'm going to let her know. People might say some naughty words, baby girl. You might see daddy talking to someone who's not mommy if we at the bar. Just keep it cool, all right?
Is this your daddy? What do you say? No.
It's just, where's your mommy? Remember what we said, Veda? What, mommy?
She died. I never had mommy. You give her backpack back. Here, you get this backpack again.
You earned this, baby girl.
You get a Frozen one, a Ninja Turtle one. She has like 12 backpacks on the wall.
Oh my God, imagine. That's crazy, bro. That's a interesting scenario to think about. Imagine, like, yo, you know what's crazy? I think about this too. The fact that our parents are still together, I almost feel like it's like rare.
Dog. I was literally thinking about this the other day. Yeah. I kind of went through this thought of like, just talking to all our friends. I was like, wait, their parents split up, like divorced, or somebody passed away. I was like, oh shit, it's actually not as common as I thought it was.
Yeah, bro.
Like, as fucked up and weird as our parents are, and how sick of each other they get, they're still together.
Sticking it out. Yeah, my dad's depressed and not enjoying himself, but he's sticking to this marriage, man.
Yeah. It's like, you guys should have gotten a divorce. It might have been better for all of us.
Like, yeah, his blood pressure's through the roof.
Yeah, he's dying. Yeah, he attempted, unaliving himself.
Oh my God.
Just walking to the door. This one has a rope. He's tying it. What's that for, Dad? We bought a horse. Don't worry.
Oh my God.
Daddy's happy.
Daddy's learning to tie knots. I'm a Boy Scout now. Oh fuck. Have you seen Anchorman 2? Speaking of suicide.
Yeah.
There's one part that cracked me up in Anchorman 2 where he tries to hang himself, and I remember they're like, what are you doing, Ron? He's like, I tried to hang myself.
Yeah. Anchorman, when I go back and I watch the first one, it's still so fucking funny.
First Anchorman, classic, dog. Classic.
And then when I go back and I watch the bloopers, I'm in tears. It's how rare is it that you're in tears laughing watching something?
Yeah, bro.
There's that scene where he's like, I forgot, he's like all fucked up and he's sitting down. I haven't seen the movie in a long time, but he's just like, it's a blooper scene where he's talking about his erection. Have you seen it?
Probably.
And then you could just see Paul Rudd just die. He can't get through the scene.
Oh, I think this is Anchorman 2 bloopers. Oh, it's
Anchorman 2, yes.
Where he's blind. Yes.
Yeah. I'm like, dog, I don't think I could be on that set. I think they would never get that clip done. It's impossible.
Man, that's the best.
Like,
dog.
Will Ferrell would have me in tears dying. I'm like, no, there's no fucking way I could get through that scene.
Oh, look, man, the blooper reel for our movie that I'm writing, it's going to be look.
We might just get a blooper reel and not an actual movie.
Guess what, my guy? You know how I've been on 30 pages for like the past 6 months? Your boy's on 35 pages now, homie.
I thought you were going to say 60, and you said 35, and now I'm even more angry. I wish you would have actually never told me that, because it makes it 10 times worse.
No. Because I went back and punched up the 30 I already wrote. Okay?
That means you didn't even write new things.
No. I tweaked things, and I've been doing research to make sure everything makes sense.
Hawk Tua.
Hawk Tua, girl.
Is she going to be in the movie?
Look, I love her. Let me tell you.
Yeah,
this.
what's with all the hate, huh?
I love Haktua Girl. I'm a fan. I think there is no reason to hate on her. She did not ask to be famous. She was not an influencer. She literally wasn't even an actress.
She didn't even have an Instagram.
She didn't have shit.
Yeah.
She fucking got approached by an influencer, made a stupid ass joke. The internet made her famous. Why wouldn't she capitalize off of it?
And you know what I really respect about her? No OnlyFans.
No OnlyFans.
She was like, I'll never do that shit. Are you nuts?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm not moving to LA.
Yeah.
I'm staying home. I'm taking care of my family.
Yeah, dog. And you know when she said that? It made people love her even more.
Dude.
I loved her even more.
Mm-hmm.
And she, like, when she, dog, there was a video that had me like her even more when it should have me hate her. It was, I know Jay-Z. Concrete jungle, wet dream tomato.
Yeah.
I kept looking for the full clip. I thought she was making a joke. No.
No, it is a joke.
Oh, is it?
It
Okay.
isn't. Because that's an old Vine.
Okay, thank God. That shit had me dying laughing, dude.
I think she's just so genuine.
Yes.
Just a goofy girl.
She's not trying hard either.
I literally bought like 4 things from her merch website. Yeah, you know what her merch website is called, dog?
What?
It's called 15minutes.com or some shit like that.
Well,
15 minutes of fame. Yeah, because she is
knows.
self-aware.
yeah.
Why not? People are like, why is she throwing out the first pitch at a baseball game? It's like, if people are inviting you to shit when you didn't do shit, why not? Why wouldn't you? You know what I'm saying?
First of all, did she go up and ask the MLB if she could do it?
Of course not.
They asked her if she can do it.
Yeah.
So why the fuck wouldn't she?
And whoever's managing her shit, killing it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the little fucking bits they have her doing of like going to LA and trying Erewhon and In-N-Out and shit. It's so like endearing and sweet and like genuine. It's just this fucking like country girl, fish out of water.
You know what I love about her vibe too? Like she was she would like review what people are saying about her. And she literally doesn't care. She's just like, that's kind of mean. She's like a little country bumpkin.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a comment that was so fucking funny. I never connected it. She says she looks like the squirrel in SpongeBob. And that was when she was like, that's kind of mean, but it was so accurate. She's like, she does look like the squirrel from SpongeBob. And she kind of has like that innocent vibe too. So just watching her, I'm like, how can you hate this girl? She's not even like, you should really dislike the girls who try so hard to be sexy, cool, and smart, even though they're not. She's like, no, she's the same person who she was before and after this fame.
Yeah.
And it's like, you very rarely see that.
She's a little goofball.
Yeah.
That's it. So many people, I saw so many girls, dog, trying to recreate that now. Like, what's the best move? And they do like some fucking crazy oral motion sound effect trying to replicate the
Corny.
replicate the magic at a hot tour. Super corny, not gonna work. Just whack. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. It's like, you know why you can't replicate that? Because she wasn't trying.
exactly.
Yeah.
And you know what's dope about her? This shit could all stop tomorrow and she'd be okay. She'd be fine with it.
She'll work a regular job. She don't give a fuck.
And be perfectly okay with it.
Oh, you know what? I'm buying 6 shirts today.
I bought 2 shirts, a hat, and 2 shirts and a hat.
How do you like not support that dude? That's like when I saw all these comments and I'm like, what did she do to you?
Yeah.
She didn't do anything to anybody.
Dog, I go out of my way to defend her in comments. As soon as I see someone post her, if it's like Shade Room or TMZ, I dive in. I'm like, just here to drop my defense of her. And I put out my whole shit about like just defending her and how she doesn't want the fame and it just happened to her. Because it's like, I don't think it's fair.
And you know what the funny thing is? People who go like, if she doesn't want the fame, why is she doing all this stuff? Because she understands that it's making money right now.
Exactly.
That's all that it is.
Why wouldn't she?
And it's like, and then I love going and clicking on other people's page and they're trying so hard to be famous. It's like, oh, you're jealous of her. You want to be her. But and you're like, I'm putting all this effort selling my soul and my pussy and my vagina, but nobody cares about me. And this girl's not trying at all and she's famous. Oh, you hate her because you want to be her.
Or people are like, really, this is what this is what people care about in America now. It's like, no, bro, she made a dumb joke. And
Yeah.
it was a funny joke.
And she doesn't care. So what the fuck are you talking about?
Exactly, bro. Like,
Yo, do you want to play some games and win some money? Well, Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members, okay? All you do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. You can now win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks, okay? Prize Picks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. And when my picks hit, I can get my money in as quick as 15 minutes. It's super fun and super simple. The experience of playing is like just easy to figure out. I was never a big fantasy sports guy, but I started effing with Prize Picks and I was having a great time winning some money, all right? Download the Prize Picks app today and use code DUDESFOODS and get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code DUDESFOODS on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, run your game.
she didn't even do, like, the internet did this to her.
Yeah. And then, I saw some of her photos too. And just like in the sweetest, like, she's like posing and you could tell she's not an Instagram girl. It's just like, she goes, it's like regular outfits.
A little awkward.
She's not like her titties aren't out, her ass isn't out. No, it's like, I'm a country girl, cowboy boots, whatever. She's not doing sexy poses. It's just, oh, this is a regular person.
I was talking to Rick and we were praying that her team already deleted any racist tweets she might have.
Oh, please.
Because I don't want anything to come out that she's racist. Because I want to continue to love and support her.
And I bet you people are hunting for that shit.
Oh,
right now.
for sure. And that's just fucking whack, too.
It's just gross. It's like, dude, leave her alone, man. Wow, she's young too, isn't she? She's like super young.
She's probably 20. She's 20 something.
Which is kind of crazy, right? Because when you see girls at that age that are like internet famous, you're gonna see the nightlife stuff, the clubbing, the fucking the fucking champagne bottles popping, titties out, all this other stuff. Which, by the way, it's not like I hate either.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Nothing
if that's
wrong.
if you living your best life, you're 20 something, have your titties out, pop some champagne, that's fine.
Yeah, do whatever the fuck you want, but don't be mad at her because she ain't doing it. Like, I just don't. I this is one of those things where I will never understand why they hate her. Besides the fact when I clicked on the profile, I was like, oh, you're jealous, and I hate using that word because it almost sounds like, you know,
it's a go-to, like, oh, you're just jealous, you're a hater. Yeah.
but it's actually it's a classic example of jealousy.
I mean, there's always, as people in the entertainment space, right? There's a part of you when you see someone that is maybe at the level you want to be or doing more than you, where you're like, how come this fool has that spot when I feel like my shit's better, right? And you kind of, that happens sometimes. And I always have to check myself. I'm like, nah, bro, there's money out here for everybody. There's fame out here for everybody. There's work. Like, I shouldn't let another man's success bother me, right? But in her case, she literally wasn't even trying. It's like, how can you hate on her,
And then what the best part about that is, like, for proof for her, after that video happened, she still didn't have an Instagram.
I know.
It took a while.
Yeah.
It took people were looking for her. It was like the top search on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
For her.
Yeah.
And then they're like, wait, she doesn't even have an Instagram. She had nothing. And it took a few weeks. And then they're like, okay, somebody probably approached her. Was like, hey, how about we make money off of this? Like, fine, whatever, fuck it.
Unless, a little conspiracy theory for your ass, David. So, what if she had socials? As soon as that shit started going viral, management team hit her up. They were like, let us sweep through all your socials, delete everything. Instagram, Twitter, everything. Let us make sure nothing crazy is out there. And then we'll relaunch your Instagram. Make sure that you make some money. Clean socials. What if that happened?
From the interviews that I've seen from her, that's impossible because she's also a little slow. And I'll tell you this, you know what the biggest reason how I know she doesn't want to be famous?
Yeah.
I saw her on 2 podcasts where with other girls
Yeah.
that were done up head to toe. This bitch had no makeup on. I was like, oh, she really doesn't care.
She don't care.
For a girl in her young 20s to not wear makeup around other women who are dolled up. So in contrast, you could see how much she's not wearing makeup. It's like, oh, she really doesn't care.
Or How about this?
She's a boy.
How about this? What if she's an industry plant, dog?
She's
And
Kevin Hart.
The whole thing, well planned, thought out, set up, dude. Everything, all the memes, everything pumped into this person as a distraction for the election.
She's gonna go on camera, take her mask off, and she's Kamala Harris.
Whoa.
Wow. Kamala Harris!
Kamala, comma.
Pause. Harris. Casinos. I like to gamble the fate of this country.
Whoa.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Apple, George Washington.
No. Apple doesn't fall far from the cunt tree.
Whoa.
Plucking vaginas off of the branch of Congress. Opposite of Congress is progress. He's a member of the Far East movement. Mint.
Keep it fresh.
Whoa.
New perspective in this country. I need begging on my knees, please.
Whoa. I need baking on my knees.
Whoa.
Chinese, Japanese.
Look at these. Oh, shout out to Kamala Harris and her fine ass self back in the day with Montel Jordan, dude. Ooh, let me tell you something, dude. The first thing I Googled was Kamala Harris nudes. And
We would have been seen those if they existed,
we would
bro.
have been. And guess what? There are some deepfakes.
Oh, well, of course. There's deepfakes for everybody. Not that I looked them up about everybody.
I'm like, Kamala Harris deepfakes. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Look, there are no Kamala Harris nudes. Unlike Betty White, there are Betty White nudes. Rest in peace.
Which, by the way, I didn't know until this fool killed her.
Yo, I don't know if we've ever talked about this, but people accused me of killing Betty White. because, you know, mind you, I had talked about the Betty White nudes about like weeks before she passed, but I posted a reel of us talking about it, and it went kind of viral. Got like a couple million views on TikTok, and then literally that weekend where the shit was doing numbers, it was like
She died.
she died,
She saw the fact that everybody knew that she had nudes, and she died.
or she went, "Oh, everyone remembers how hot I am. I'm so happy I can die now."
What was she, Mrs. Doubtfire?
Hello.
Matchmaker, make me a match. Find me, I find. Catch me, I catch.
You know what I just learned about Mrs. Doubtfire? There was like a half hour of footage that was cut where it gets very deep into the inner workings and relationships of a divorce. Like a lot of heavy argument scenes were cut.
Oh, that would have been so good.
Apparently, I don't know if it's on like the bonus features or what, but apparently a lot of shit was cut because it was too intense for the vibe of the movie. Because it was already like, there's already some pretty intense divorce scenes, right? Where they're arguing and like, you know, tears and shit like that. But apparently there was like so much more shit where they were like arguing and hashing shit out that like, I guess people, that the editors or producers were just like, maybe this is too much.
Oh, I thought that would have been great.
Yeah.
But it was a hit either way, so what the fuck do I know?
Classic. I was thinking the other day, like Mrs. Doubtfire might be one of my like top 5.
You know, speaking of some of the jokes in there, definitely wouldn't have caught, you know, it would caught a lot of flack nowadays.
Well, yeah.
He's a he, she, he's a she, she.
That one specifically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, that would not have survived now, even though it's not even that bad.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, speaking of, so I went to a coffee shop and there was a trans, I guess if a person is man and he goes into a woman, is that a trans woman or a trans man?
That is a trans woman.
Okay, it's a trans woman, right? This, I'm only gonna say this now because I can call him a dude. He's a good dude, was cool as fuck.
Okay.
So I was sitting there and then getting my drink and I looked up, thick, deep ass voice. Looked up, beard, hair, everything, makeup threw me off. I was like, oh, he goes, how you doing? I was like, good, man. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. He goes, I don't give a fuck. That shit made me bust out laughing. He goes, I don't give a fuck. He's like, this is what I like to do. And I was like, oh, that's very not what I saw online. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, yeah. Yeah, we didn't get into a deep conversation. I was like, yeah, cool. He's like, don't worry about it. Like, whatever.
Also might have been a non-binary.
Yeah, whatever.
Because they don't define as anything, so it could mean like, he's like, whatever, call me whatever you want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck. I was like, oh, that's very interesting. I was like, oh, maybe it's not as bad as people are saying it
That's
is.
what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. The loud minority of people, sometimes it's just like a small group of people that are the loudest.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't take it that seriously, So, I mean, you never know.
Yeah, the guy didn't give a fuck either. It's just like, I don't give a fuck. It's like, just super cool dude. Very chill. It's like, maybe he just likes to dress up.
It is what it is.
Yeah. It's not as bad as you all make it seem, dude. I think people are a lot nicer than you actually make it seem out there on the TikToks. You guys are so fucking annoying sometimes.
Bro, real quick, before we like end this thing. The comments, speaking of like Disney and that and like woke culture and people being mad at woke culture, when Disney did all their like rollout of announcements for D23, bro, it was like every single post. I thought WorldStar comments were toxic. Disney comments are next level toxic, dog.
Oh, really?
I've never seen so much hate in the comment section more than a Disney comment section. Nobody's happy about anything. If it's some fucking new shit, they're like, probably gonna be trans and probably gonna be super woke and blah, blah, blah. And if it's like a new thing, they can't come up with anything new anymore. It's all just recycled content. Probably gonna make Woody a black woman. It's like all shit like that, dog. Everybody follows Disney just to talk shit.
What? Like, I don't understand, too. It's like, do you like Disney or do you not? Like,
I don't get it.
Like, clearly you're supporting it, right? Like, if you don't like their shit, you don't have to watch any of it.
Dog.
And also, too, give it a chance first.
Give it a fucking chance. I remember when Turning Red was coming out. So many people, like Next Shark comments. A lot of people were like, why is it that a minority always has to turn into an animal? And it's like, can y'all just watch the movie?
Yeah.
And then you watch the movie, Turning Red is fire.
So good.
So fucking good. And it's like, of course, then everyone and then people that were complaining a month ago, they don't even think twice about it again. They just watch it and they love it. It's like, can everybody just shut up?
I feel like that's almost all Disney movies where something turns into an animal. Like, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
It's always like that. Get the fuck. One of my favorite Disney 2D movies of all time, Sword in the Stone. Squirrels. One of the funniest fucking things ever, dude.
Haven't seen it.
Get the fuck out of here, dude. Sword in the Stone is one of my favorite 2D animated films of all time. It is so fucking hilarious. There's a scene that won't pass by now where Merlin turns into a squirrel and there's a big back squirrel that sexually harasses him. And it's literally the funniest scene I've ever seen in my life, dude.
I will check it out.
You have to. I'll send you the scene.
Bro, me and Chia have been, the kids have been into Toy Story heavy lately. Veda's finally like being able to sit down and watch a whole movie.
Great kids movie.
Fire. And there's a scene, dog, where Mr. Potato Head says something and I'm like, is this supposed to sound as dirty as I think? Where it's Toy Story 3, where they're at the daycare and like Lotso and all the bad toys are like fucking with them. And someone takes like Mrs. Potato Head's mouth. And Mr. Potato goes, no one takes my wife's mouth but me. And I'm like, is this...
Dude, I think that's a sexual joke.
Is this a dick sucking joke?
Disney always does that, though.
Yeah.
They always have random, like, dirty jokes, and that's 100% a sexual joke.
Because Chia was like, no, it can't be. Maybe he just meant like no one, like, takes her mouth off of her like, potato. I'm like, nah, baby. That shit's a dirty joke. No one takes my wife's mouth but me.
And then you rewind it back. He goes, nobody comes in my mouth's throat like me. Like,
and he has a little French fry hanging out.
I'm going to mash it up. He's Jamaican. Wagwan, you know. He got dreads on. Mash it up, boy.
Mash it up, baked potato them. All right, y'all. Thank you for watching another episode of Dudes Behind the Foods. Who knows what studio we'll be in next week. And we're not going on tour anymore. Bye.
Behind the foods. Yo, it's the dudes. Behind the foods. Dudes.